is an art installation? An art installation is a type of artwork that is created to transform a space and give the viewer an experience rather than just something to look at. Instead of being one single painting or sculpture, it usually includes multiple pieces that work together to share a bigger message or theme. Installations are often interactive or placed in a specific environment so that the setting becomes part of the art itself. The goal is to make people think, feel, or reflect an idea in a deeper way than they might with traditional artwork.
How does your experience with De Waal's art at the Huntington Museum connect with or inspire your project? My experience of Edmund de Waal's art at the Huntington Library Art Museum inspired our project because of the way he uses ceramics to tell stories throughout arrangements, simplicity, and meaning. His work made us think about how objects can hold memories, represent different parts of a person's life. Seeing how carefully his pieces were displayed inspired my group to think more deeply about our placement and how our viewers would move through and experience our installation.
Are there other artists who inspired your project? Other artists who inspired my group include Kasama and Shiota. Kasama inspired our project by the use of mirrors to create reflections and make viewers feel like they're part of our art piece. Shiota inspired us through her use of personal objects and large installations that tell emotional stories. Their work helped shape our idea of creating an installation that is immersive, meaningful, and personal. Thank you.
How does the work reflect both the collective group and the individual artists? For our installation, we chose objects that represent Ramona High School students throughout the years. For instance, we built a Ramona ID, which is something many of us get when we start, along with a rose which we receive at the rose ceremony when we commit to attending Ramona, and then receive another at our junior ring ceremony to our last and final bouquet of roses which we receive at graduation. However, in building this installation, we were able to include our own art style. For example, each person was able to add their own ceramic style that they felt strong in. Take, for example, Natalie Langley.
So not only does this installation have a special meaning about our years at Ramona, but it also shows ceramic strength. Now for me, this installation doesn't just reflect my years at Ramona, but it also reflects my ceramics growth from my first year when I was struggling to make a pinch bowl to now trying new ceramic techniques and challenging myself, along with the new friendships that I've made with my fellow peers and my friends.
So my question is, what is the message you want to communicate? The installation communicates that growth is a continuous journey, shaped by memory, transition, and identity. Just as suitcases carry belongings through physical movement, students carry their experiences and challenges through each stage of high school. By connecting personal development with themes of migration and displacement, the piece emphasizes that becoming who we are is an ongoing process of leaving and evolving while holding on to what has shaped us. My ceramic pieces, the roses and student ID card, connect to the shared experiences of the Ramona community, while also reflecting my personal perspective on growth. The student ID card represents freshman year, which is a time of entering a new environment and forming identity within a structural system that all students experience. The junior year rose symbolizes the ring ceremony, a collective milestone, while the senior rose represents graduation and achievement. My interpretation of these symbols emphasizes how these milestones feel personally and how identity evolves from being defined by something like a school-issued ID to becoming someone who has earned recognition and independence.
How does the site of the installation connect to my message? The installation is placed near the Ramona Convent Pool by the stairs to the fountain because of its historical significance. This spot represents how students in the past traveled on horseback just to get the education, showing their determination. Placing the artwork here connects that history to today, especially since many students and families still overcome challenges or even relocate for better opportunities. It is also a central, visible location, so it encourages people in the school community to stop, think, and reflect.
How can the viewer connect what they see or experience with your intended message? The viewer connects to the intended message through the overall structure and symbolism of the installation as a whole. The 4 suitcases, each representing a different year of high school, create a clear and relatable timeline that many students can recognize in their own lives. Objects like locks, books, roses, and keys act as familiar symbols of experiences, such as making friends, facing academic pressure, and gaining independence. Because these are shared experiences within the school community, our viewers can easily relate them to their own memories. The use of mirrors further strengthens this connection by allowing viewers to physically see themselves within the installation, encouraging personal reflection. Lastly, the theme of carrying objects in suitcases connects to both personal growth and the broader idea of immigration and displacement, helping viewers understand that identity is shaped by what we carry with us through different stages of life.
Is there a participatory aspect to the work? Yes, the participation comes through reflection and movement. Viewers are not meant to touch the work, but they are meant to engage with it by walking around it, looking closely, and seeing themselves in the mirrors. This makes them part of the installation and encourages them to think about their own experiences throughout high school. As they move from one suitcase to another, they follow the same progression of growth that the work represents. Also, the arrangement of objects both inside and outside the suitcases invites viewers to move around the installation, observe from different angles, and piece together the narrative of growth and transition. It becomes a personal experience where they connect their own memories to the objects they see. In this way, participation is more emotional and internal, allowing each viewer to create their own meaning within the installation.
All water short.